It is 2 in the morning, and you are clinging to the absolute edge of your mattress. Your dog, who somehow only weighs 30 pounds but sleeps with the gravitational density of a collapsed star, is currently occupying 80% of the bed. You lie there, contorted into an impossible shape, silently assuming they just want your body heat or that they have simply developed a stubborn, inconvenient habit. You are entirely wrong. This physical takeover of your sleeping space has absolutely nothing to do with dominance, warmth, or simple clinginess. What is actually happening in the dark between you and your dog is a deeply calculated multi-millennium neurochemical decision. They are not just sleeping next to you because it is comfortable. They are executing an ancient biological imperative that fundamentally alters both of your brains in real time. To fully understand what is happening while you sleep, we have to look at how your dog views you when they are awake. At Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest, researchers applied the Ainsworth-Strange situation framework to dogs. This is a rigorous psychological test, originally designed to measure how human infants attach to their mothers. The scientists expected to find that dogs view us merely as pack leaders or, at best, as convenient resource providers. Instead, the results completely shattered our understanding of the human-canine bond. The researchers discovered that 61% of dogs are securely attached to their owners. That is the exact same ratio of secure attachment found in human toddlers to their parents. When your dog presses their back against your legs or rests their heavy chin on your ankle in the middle of the night, they are not acting like a wolf seeking safety in numbers. They are acting like a toddler seeking their mother. They are actively communicating that out of everything in their environment. You are the single safest entity in their entire world. This profound feeling of safety is not just some abstract emotional concept, because it is actively manufactured by a biological feedback mechanism happening right inside your bloodstream. A landmark study published in the prestigious journal Science by researchers at Azabu University in Japan mapped the precise chemical exchange that occurs between humans and dogs. The master molecule responsible for this connection is oxytocin. When your dog looks at you, your brain releases a massive spike of this bonding hormone. When you feel that warmth and look back into their eyes, your dog experiences an identical mirroring neurochemical surge. It is a closed, self-sustaining loop of affection that literally wires your nervous systems together. But here is the biological punch that changes everything. If you take a wolf from birth, bottle feed it, raise it in your home, and sleep next to it every single night, this chemical loop never activates. The wolf will look at you, and the chemical silence in its brain will remain absolute. Only dogs possess the specialized biological hardware required to sync with human hormones. And as you lie there in the dark, just 10 minutes of physical contact with your dog plummets cortisol, the primary stress hormone, in both of your bodies. It physiologically prepares you both for a state of deep, restorative rest that you could never achieve alone. This unique biological hardware was not an accident of nature. To understand it, we have to go back 15,000 years, long before farming, before written language, before human cities ever existed. Picture the edge of an ancient campfire, the orange shadows flickering against the towering trees, and the silent silhouettes of wolves lingering just beyond the light. Over generations, a profound transformation occurred in the dark, culminating in moments of staggering interspecies empathy. We know this is true because of a 14,000-year-old burial site discovered by archaeologists in Germany. Inside a carefully dug grave, they found the remains of a dog that had fallen violently ill with canine distemper. The ancient bones revealed a truth that completely transcends time. Early hunter-gatherers had nursed this sick, completely helpless animal through 5 agonizing weeks of disease. That burial site proves that dogs had become cherished family long before we even knew what building a permanent house was. In return for this absolute devotion, dogs underwent a radical genetic mutation. Modern scientists have located specific DNA insertions on chromosome 6 of the canine genome, creating a permanent state of extreme hypersociability. Wolves do not carry these genes. We did not merely domesticate dogs to hunt for us or to guard our fires. We literally rewrote their DNA to ensure they would forever need human presence just to feel whole. Yet this deep genetic bond presents a strange, almost impossible contradiction. Clinical data from the Mayo Clinic shows that, objectively speaking, dogs severely disrupt human sleep cycles. They twitch in their dreams, they pant heavily, they scratch at the blankets, and they force you to wake up in microbursts throughout the entire night. By every measurable medical metric, having a dog in your bed should leave you entirely exhausted the next day. But psychological data tells a completely different, almost magical story. A comprehensive 2024 study from the University of Jyväskylä in Finland proved that owners consistently feel significantly more rested and mentally restored when their dog is present in the bed with them. This is not merely a placebo effect born out of love. It is a measurable physiological phenomenon called heart rate variability co-regulation. When a bonded dog rests beside you, its highly tuned nervous system detects your breathing patterns and your subtle heartbeat, and it literally synchronizes its own internal rhythm with yours. The animal acts as a biological metronome, pulling your erratic autonomic nervous system into a state of profound, steady calm. If an unfamiliar human were to sleep in the exact same bed, your body would subconsciously remain on high alert. Only a dog that has bonded with you can bypass your deep evolutionary defenses and force your heart to beat in perfect time with their own, because this sleep synchrony is so deeply ingrained in their DNA and so crucial to their well-being. Any sudden change to this nighttime routine should instantly command your full attention. If your dog, who normally sleeps plastered against your side, suddenly starts seeking out cold tile floors or isolating themselves in another room, it is never random. This abrupt shift in their sleeping geography is almost always an urgent, silent cry for help. The most common culprit is hidden physical pain. A subtle reluctance to jump onto the tall mattress or a sudden, restless inability to find a comfortable position is very often the earliest detectable sign of osteoarthritis or silent, progressive joint deterioration. They desperately want to be in the bed with you, but the physical mechanics of getting there have simply become too agonizing. But there is a second, even more heartbreaking reason for this nighttime isolation. 35% of all dogs over 8 years old develop canine cognitive dysfunction, which is the exact canine equivalent of human Alzheimer's disease. This tragic condition systematically destroys their spatial memory and their tightly held internal sleep routines. They wander the dark halls at night, not because they want to be alone, but because the delicate wiring in their brain has misfired, leaving them lost and profoundly confused about where they are and where they truly belong. You have to watch carefully for these dark shadows falling over their mind, because they simply cannot tell you when the world has started to slip away from them. So the next time you find yourself clinging desperately to the very edge of the mattress at 2 in the morning, look closely at that sleeping weight pressed heavily against your side. Completely reframe that frustrating moment in your mind. They did not end up in that spot by accident, and they are not just taking up your valuable space. Out of every single person, every comforting smell, and every soft, warm surface available to them in their entire world, they actively chose you. They are fulfilling an ancient, unspoken promise written into the very fabric of their genes, offering you the ultimate biological complement of complete, unwavering, unconditional trust. Drop a comment below and tell me exactly what percentage of the bed your dog takes up tonight. And as you watch them sleep, you will probably notice them periodically open their eyes to gaze at your face, which triggers an entirely different biological mystery. The underlying neuroscience behind why dogs stare directly into their owner's eyes is actually even more mind-bending than how they sleep. And we are going to break down exactly what they are searching for right here.